In this video, we want to look at the difference between perfect markets and monopoly demand curve. It means we want to see the difference between the demand curve in perfect market and demand curve in a monopoly market. Let's quickly say this. In our previous video, we've talked about the perfect market and we drew the graph. Now, let's look at the difference between the monopoly and the perfect market demand curve. In a perfect market, price is always uniform, and price does not change with the increase in the quantity demanded. If you can see it here very well now that when we have price to be 4, we consume 1. Even when we consume 2, price remains 4. Even when we increase our demand to 3, price still remains 4. Even when we increase our demand, quantity demanded to 4 units, price still remains 4. So it means that price does not, it does not change, and that is why we have it this way. If you look at it now, price is 4. It's 4 here, and we consume 1. When price is 4, we consume 1. So this is the point of intersection, the relationship between the price and the quantity demanded. Even while we are consuming 2 units, the price remains what? It remains 4. It does not change because sometimes in some situation we beg for discount. There is no discount in perfect market. Now look at it, and even when price comes to the quantity demanded increases to 3, the price does not change. The quantity demanded increases to 4 units, the price remains 4. So when you join these together now, the point of intersection together, we are going to have a curve. Now this curve shows the relationship between the price and quantity demanded, and that is why we call it demand curve. Because a demand curve shows the relationship between the price and quantity demanded. So this is our demand curve. Now, having understood this now, and I've told you that this is because we have demand curve here, and it's going to be our MR, because anytime price does not change, even when the quantity demanded increases, the price will always equals MR. So this is our demand curve, which equals MR at price. Now, let's look at the monopoly market. In a monopoly market, a monopolist has the power to influence the price, unlike perfect market whereby the forces of demand and supply determine the price. But in a monopoly market, a monopolist has the power to influence the price. But one thing is, a monopolist cannot determine the price and as well determine the quantity demanded that will be purchased. It can only set the price, so it cannot force consumers to purchase a particular unit of output. So what he can do is, when he reduces his price, then the consumer can purchase more. So it means that in monopoly market, the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded. A monopolist can set higher, in fact the highest price, but it cannot determine the quantity that will be purchased by the consumer. So a monopolist from the beginning is set 4. You can see the demand is just 1. So when he wants to sell more, he needs to reduce the price to 3.5, then he can sell 2. So when demand comes to 2, you can see when he wants to sell more, he reduces the price to 3, then the quantity demand also increases to 3 units. When he wants to sell more, he reduces the price to 2.5, and the quantity demand is now 4. You can see that the lower the price, the higher the quantity demand. That is the situation in the monopoly market. And if you want to draw that now, when price is 4, we consume only 1. So this is the point of intersection here. So when price is 3.5, we consume 2. 3.5, 2. You can see. Then when price comes to 3, let's say this is 3. This is 3 here. When price comes to 3, we consume 3 units also. 3 units. Then when price comes to 2.5 now. Let's say this is 2.5. We consume how many units? We consume 4 units. Stand 1. So now, if you want to see the relationship between the price and quantity demanded now, we join these points together to have the curve. Because it is not curve until you make a line from the point. So as we have made the line now, the line is now a demand curve. You can see the demand curve here. The demand curve here is horizontal quantity demanded. You can see this demand curve here slopes downward, because it slopes downward because the lower the price, the higher. The lower, you can see that the price is falling, the lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded. The lower the price, the higher the quantity demanded. That is the relationship, that is the difference between the demand curve, demand curve in monopoly market and demand curve in perfect market. Thank you. Subscribe and get more of our video.